Hey there. I have been taking a break from beer for a little while, or alcohol in general. A couple of months back, I had bought this ridiculously overpriced. I think it was $5 for a 4 pack of hops, hop water, sparkling hop water. And so this is craft brewed, although it's not brewed, so whatevs. But anyway, craft brewed with Northwest hops. No alcohol, no calories, so this is just sparkling water with hops flavor in it, so it's like a really sad IPA. It's unsweetened, and I don't remember if it tells me what kind of hops it was. It has vitamin C in it, which is probably in there as a preservative. And I didn't think about the fact that I've had this for a couple of months and didn't drink this last one. I've been saving it for you. And so, I mean, I would assume like any other hop beverage that it's better consumed fresh, but, you know, we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt. So we're going to take a look at, I don't know if this is H20ps. Is that what we're going to call this? Let's call it H20ps, because we can. So let's check it out. Normally I would probably drink the sparkling water with ice, but I gotta tell you, when our ice melts, I don't like the flavor in it, and so I'm gonna avoid it right now. Oh, it has a little bit of color. I drank the last ones out of the bottle, and so I didn't see that it has color. It's like almost champagne colored. Yeah, you can kind of tell. Almost champagne colored. So when we're just looking at it, like I said, almost champagne colored, not super fizzy. It's not like we're gonna get a head out of this necessarily. Also shows that this glass is probably not as clean as it could be with these bubbles sticking to the side, but also I just wiped some oil paint out of it. Don't tell anybody. Shh. Anyway, it's kind of an unappealing color, to tell you the truth. It's like a blonde ale. Kind of an unappealing pale color nonetheless. Anyway, when I smell it, it smells sweet, kind of like sweet tea, which is kind of a nice smell. Florally, and just like the littlest bit like it might be a really good beer, but unfortunately I know very sadly that there is no alcohol in this. Let's take a drink. Oh God, now I'm really, really sad that I'm not drinking a beer. It does have enough hop flavor that it definitely tastes like a hoppy beverage. It could be a beer. It really does taste a lot like iced tea, which is nice and refreshing ultimately, and probably a really great alternative. Unfortunately, the price point is ridiculous. Other than me, I guess, who is going to pay $5 for a 4-pack of non-alcoholic hops, beer-flavored sparkling water? So it doesn't seem like a sustainable choice, but it's an okay choice. If I were going to a beer party and wanted to have something to drink, I might bring this. And then bite anybody who took one because it's too expensive to share and not be beer. It's drinkable. I've made a lot of Italian sodas recently, and so it's always sweet because I'm putting whatever syrup in it, vanilla syrup or ginger syrup or whatever. I feel like drinking all that extra sugar is not really where I want to be, but this is actually a great alternative. Super sad that you know what, actually, I can just make my own hops water because I have sparkling water, and then you can get hops concentrate. I think that you can even just put drops in. So maybe that's what I need to be doing with myself. I suppose I could make syrup myself or extract out of real hops too. Maybe I'll do that. Stay tuned. I'll share with you if I do that thing. But anyway, if you wanted to spend way too much money on a non-alcoholic beverage that tastes like beer, it is not Budweiser, because arguably it doesn't taste like beer, this is where you would go. Hops 2.0 or H20ps, whatever this is. I don't know. So sparkling hops water has fresh hops in it. Really does taste like a a watered down beer, hoppy beer, and it's enjoyable. I think it's nice and refreshing. Would be great on a hot day, probably super great with ice. So I love it. I think it's worth trying with like a twist of lemon, maybe like a twist of orange, maybe lime. I don't know. Anyway, so there you have it. Overpriced. Is this sold in your area? I'm really curious to know. So I probably got this at Whole Foods, and like I said, it was $5 for this thing. I might have gotten it from Lunardi's, which also sells overpriced sparkling water. So I want to know, is this available in your area? Would you buy a non-alcoholic product that tastes like beer? What would be too much money for you? So the only reason I bought it is because I was like, oh, I'm totally going to do a beer review video of this non-alcoholic sparkling water that tastes like hops. And, but purely for my own value, I wouldn't have bought it, I think. So, all right, enough about this water. Tell me your thoughts on it. If you've had something similar or if you've had this specific brand, did you like it? I would love to know. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.